In MCQ4, we are given a colorless substance and we are looking for methods to determine the purity of a substance itself. Now, the few items in O level that are considered to be pure, number one will be elements, as well as the next one, it will actually be a compound. Now, largely because that they are determined by having a very fixed melting point, as well as your boiling point. So a variability in melting and boiling point, such as they melt or boil over a range of temperature, otherwise indicate that they are impure. They could be a mixture itself from that. So measuring the melting point and compare with the reference value, this definitely number one will be very suitable again to detect if that substance is indeed pure. So let's just say, for example, we have an unknown substance that we're just going to label it as alphabet X, and we kind of suspect that this unknown substance here could have actually been water. So again, knowing that water has a melting point of 0 degrees Celsius and a boiling point of 100 degrees Celsius, should X itself also exhibit a melting point, whereby the temperature as when it changed from solid to liquid was actually at 0 degrees Celsius, and as well that the temperature from liquid to gas was also observed at 100 degrees Celsius, we can then conclude that X is actually water, just based off having the same MPBP with the reference value of water. So boiling point as well, we're going to concur with this statement here. And number 3 itself, testing the substance using paper chromatography as well as a locating agent. Now this itself appears to be rather useful as well, because on a paper chromatography setup here, we do have our start line with our test substance. So should this substance will actually possess the idea of it being pure, what will happen over here is, after the whole idea of separation, there should not be any dots that are actually appearing, right, to show that there isn't any constituent that is actually found within this test substance. Now, we could then argue that there could be some dye, there should be some dots that are appearing, but they are actually invisible to the naked eye. So this is why the question suggested the usage of a locating agent. So the locating agent that is actually being sprayed on this chromatography paper. So after it being sprayed, and let's say you do not see any of the substance being revealing, we can assume that this is really pure, it's not made up of any constituent. So on the flip side here, we know that this substance here is considered to be impure, or rather as a mixture, if let's say upon going through your paper chromatography, alright, as well as using a locating agent, really just to make sure that anything that was actually invisible could actually be observed. And after this, it appears that there was several separation that was actually coming out according towards the solvent. Then we know that this is an impure, it's made up of 2 of your constituent within, and therefore it is a mixture. So again, option 3 is another way to detect for that. So A itself will be the answer for this question.